Young and Restless, unbelievable. Patty twist will leave you absolutely outraged. Young and Restless is known for pushing the envelope when it comes to believability, but in the case of Patty's comeback, they've shoved fans a little too far. There's been an outcry over the latest developments, and the Patty twist that's unfolding may just leave you outraged as well. Just as Young and Restless fans thought the Patty/Lawrence story was wrapping up, with Kyle having rescued Diane and Jack kicking Patty to the curb, the whole kitty and caboodle took another wild turn. Patty decided that if she couldn't have Jack, no one could, and endeavored to plunge him into the afterlife to await her eventual arrival. For some of us, that's where the issues began. Because on what planet would Jack have just let crazy Patty walk out of his house free as a bird after she'd had Diane abducted and threatened to kill her? As the plot twist continued to unfold, Kyle and Diane arrived at the Abbott mansion and found Jack bleeding out in the dining room. Diane tended to her husband as Kyle called for help. Presumably, the paramedics, upon arrival, would have seen Diane trying to save Jack and stop the bleeding. Seems like an important detail. Another important detail, the fact that Diane has an alibi in Kyle, who, by the way, left fans screaming at their screens when he didn't speak up. Fast forward to Diane's off-screen arrest, and things continued to fall apart. Detective Burrow had no reason not to accept Kyle's version of events, unless he believes he was Diane's accomplice or was covering for her. Diane, Patty, and Lawrence were all brought in for questioning, but Kyle was not. This suggests that Burrow believes Kyle, so why on earth is he charging Diane and not Patty? It boggles the mind. Adding to the bizarre nature of the charges is the fact that Burrow was well aware that Diane had gone missing because he and Jack were in contact. He knew Jack was concerned about his wife. So why is he questioning it now? Is he somehow going to argue that Jack's calls to him were all a smokescreen to be with Patty, the woman who twice tried to shoot him dead and was responsible for the death of his niece, among other evils? Make it make sense. As with many a soap mystery, Young and Restless fans are frustrated beyond belief by the cops' inability to solve what seems like a straightforward case. Are there no security cameras on the Abbott estate? No Ring doorbell? Cell phone records would also go a long way to establishing timing. Surely the medical professionals know how long Jack had been bleeding before Diane and Kyle arrived on the scene. That information alone would pinpoint Patty as the culprit. Further, as the case takes shape, it appears they'll be asking us to believe that Diane would try to kill Jack, slash Patty's wrists, and then go back downstairs to tend to Jack, leaving Patty to cower in a bedroom upstairs. Again, does not make sense. What about Lawrence Markham? Burrow told him that Jack had been stabbed, but he didn't mention Patty. How then was Markham able to confidently tell him that Diane rage attacked both Jack and Patty? As far as we know, he was picked up by the police upon waking from his little drug-induced nap. How would he have known Patty was stabbed? Did the cops let them hobnob before they were questioned? Egad! Moreover, has anyone looked into Dr. Markham's background? Given that we think he's actually this past villain, they might want to get on that before they take his professional opinions as gospel. Did Jack not already tell Burrow he believed Markham and Patty were in cahoots? Sigh,